and mute people for me. Hello to everyone. If I have not had the opportunity to say hello to you, I love you all. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to let me know, please unmute yourself. I am happy to assist. Okay. If you just came on virtually and you didn't hear me, a couple of blocks will really come in handy this morning. We will be playing with them much later in class. So, and I do encourage them. I learned something fun and new, which is always awesome. Did you say uh-oh? It is an uh-oh, actually. When you're ready, please come to the top of your mat, finding Sukhasana, nice, comfortable seated position, whatever that shape looks like for you. The hands gently rest on the knees, elbows loose, shoulders relaxed down away from the ears. Give yourself just a few moments to settle onto the mat. Closing the eyes or taking a soft gaze towards the tip of your nose. This morning, as we settle and begin our practice, resist the urge to change your breath. Just simply observe it. Resist the urge to feel attached to the alignment of the pose, the quality of the breath even. Just notice it coming in and out of the body. Once you feel a little more comfortable on the mat, in the space, the body relaxing into this shape, I'd like you all to focus in class this morning on a yoga idea called santosha. This idea has to do with contentment. And this idea of contentment does not mean just being happy in the moment. While yes, of course it does. It also means being okay with the difficult times. If someone is being cruel to you, offering compassion, understanding, resisting the urge to take the bait. Rather instead, learning to live the yogi life by approaching all situations with this idea of compassion, contentment, detachment, and learning to just be where you are. We'll practice this idea in our postures this morning by using the poses to find actions, specifically lengths within our poses, rather than allowing the practice to help us find poses. The postures are just tools. They are not something on a checking off list to achieve. They have purpose rather than being the purpose. So if a pose is thrown out that you don't enjoy, that is hard for you, ask yourself, where can you be to feel content, to develop, creating positive reinforcement rather than discouraging yourself or becoming frustrated. If this doesn't quite resonate with you yet, I'd like to just ask you to move through class slowly, mindfully, and enjoy as much as you can. For the last couple of moments here, if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, please feel free to do so. We'll meet with hands together in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra, the mudra of gratitude, feeling the energy between the palms of the hands, the warmth, allowing that to seep into you, warming us on a very cold day. Bow your head towards your fingertips, honoring yourself for choosing to be here, bowing a little deeper, thanking the universe for this beautiful practice. Releasing your hands to your knees, flutter open the eyes, lift the chin, taking in the light sound and air around you. On an inhale, lift the arms overhead, reach up through the fingers, become taller like Scott over here. Then draw the shoulders down away from the ears. On an inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to your right. Left hand outside right knee, right fingers gently to the floor behind you. Keep the low back, the belly button stable. Resist moving it. Then work with the upper chest. Use the inhalation to lift you up. The exhale to draw the rib cage more to the right. 2 more times, working with the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist gently to the right. Inhale, unwind yourself, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, take it to the left. Very gentle with the hands, pressing down into your tailbone, working with the tips of the ears, the crown of the head to lift you. As you exhale, rotate the rib basket more to the left. Just breathing here, gentle twist, not trying to achieve any maximum effort. Slowly as you unwind, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, right palm down to the right side of the floor, any distance away from you. Lift up with the left fingers, left side body long, and then over to the right. Resist dumping in the right side of the torso. Pull that side up as you stretch over to your right. Inhale, pull yourself up to center. Exhale, left palm down. Reach up more than tipping to the left. Feel the length you're creating in that right side. Notice any sensations there. If there's any unwanted sensations, back out, realign, then revisit. As you inhale, lift the arms up. Interlace your fingers, flip the palms. Press the thumbs together to broaden across the collarbones. Ease the shoulder blades down the back and work to draw the arms back behind the ears. Notice the position of the ribs. Is your belly pulling out? Pull the belly in, then press the chest straight up and through the arms. That might be important today. Slowly float the arms down to the floor or to your legs. These are your legs. Right arm comes around the waist. Left palm faces forward, fingers down. With your right fingers, pull your left fingers back. Move the head of the left shoulder forward and press the left palm forward into the space in front of you. We might not move nearly as much as we would like. Good. If this feels unavailable, then take your right hand forward and gently pull the left fingers back this way so that you get the nice stretch and elongation through the top of the wrist. After another breath, unwind, take your left arm around the waist. Right hand flips forward, fingers down. Pull the fingers back, head of the shoulder forward, and then the elbow moves straight back behind you. Again, if you feel like the half bind here is just making this inaccessible, unwind yourself and pull the fingers back. The benefit of the wrist stretch is far more important than the half bind. That's just fancy. Slowly release, shake out your wrists, shift the weight forward, find your tabletop position. As soon as your hands find the mat at any point in class, push into the pads of the fingertips, knuckles, heels of the hands, lengthen the arms and gently lean the shoulders forward. Pull your belly in here. Feel the direction of the tailbone. If you press your belly down, where does your tailbone point? Usually up to the ceiling. When you pull your belly in, the tailbone lengthens down towards the floor. Keep it there. Then turn your right fingers out to 3 o'clock, your left fingers out to 9 o'clock, and use your breath as you inhale, shift over to the right. As you exhale, shift over to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Pause on the left. Inhale. Exhale towards your right. And inhale to the left. Exhale, shift to the right with your weight. Pause back at center. Turn your fingers around to face your knees. Press down into the heels of the hands. Gently tip your weight towards the fingertips. Not too much. Notice what your shoulders are doing. Try and soften them away from your ears. Now, keep your hands here as you inhale, melt the belly down, look up into a cow pose, sitting bones move back and apart. Exhale, chin to chest, round your upper back. Ooh, that feels good in the wrist. Inhale one more time into cow. Exhale into cat. Slowly come back to neutral, unwind your hands, shake out your wrists, one at a time. We might need that. Then set your palms down to traditional position for cat and cow. As you inhale, belly down, look up. Exhale, look to your navel, press the upper back to the sky. Inhale one more time into cow. Exhale into cat. Into that neutral tabletop, step your right foot back, curl the toes under, press through the heel. Step your left foot back, curl the toes under, press through the heel. Exhale, hips up and back, find your downward facing dog. In this position, keep your attention on what's touching the earth, feeling the shape from the floor and building it up. Your gaze can be towards your legs, it can be up towards your belly button, wherever allows you to find some softness, some release in this posture. On an inhale, lift the right leg up and back, point your right toes straight up, then lift the hip, stack the hip over the left, bend the knee. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest, set the foot gently down between the hands, left knee to the floor. Before you lift your arms up, slide your knee an inch further back behind you, lifting the arms overhead when you feel ready. Pull the right heel towards the left knee. Draw the chest back over the pelvis, ribs down, reach up through the fingers. Find areas in the body in which you can create movement, create length. Hands frame your right foot. Keep your left knee down, but shift your hips over the left calf as you straighten the right leg into Ardha Hanumanasana. Draw your toes up to your face. Move the hips to the wall behind you. Draw your chest down the right leg. Create space and elongation in the low back. Right hand joins the left inside the right leg. Pivot to the left, a quarter turn. Plant down through the right foot. Left toes curl under, hands to hips. Straightening out that right leg, feeling the knife edge or the pinky toe side of your foot into the floor. Right hand down the leg, lift the left arm up, lengthen the left side, tilt gently to the right. Beautiful, Miss Debbie. Try and plant your pinky toe a little bit more down. Oh, there you go. You're right. Woohoo. Arms come out into a T. Left palm finds the floor about a foot away from your left leg as you float the right leg up. Press through the right heel. Good. Yeah, there you go. Press your hips gently forward. If you'd like to add a thigh stretch for the last breath or two here, bend the right knee, reach down with the right hand, push the foot into the hand, mindfully keeping that right hip forward over the left. Release the right foot out. Right arm pulls you up to plant the foot. Hands come down. Quarter turn back to the right so you're in that low lunge prep. Step back to downward dog. Take a breath between sides. If you need to shake out your left leg or anything, give yourself a moment to do so. Inhale, lift the left leg, point your left toes up. Lift the left hip, bend the knee. As you exhale, pull the left foot forward, set it down, right knee to the mat. Slide the right knee an inch further back away from the left, then lift the arms overhead. Pull the left heel back to set the hips. Chest draws back, giving you space to bend into the knee. Use your inhale to lengthen away from the floor. As you exhale, drop the hips down and forward. Good. Nice. Draw the chest back. Now bend into the knee. Good. Exhale, hands down. Straighten the left leg by moving the hips back. Toes drop to your face. Keep the hips lifted. Now pull the belly forward, trying to stretch it further down the length of your left thigh. Left hand meets the right inside the left leg as we pivot to the right this time. Plant down through the four corners of your left foot, hands to your hips. Left hand down the leg, right arm reaches up and overhead. Beautiful. Right hip moves gently forward. Arms into a T. Look down to see where you're going. Right palm flat on the floor as you lift the left leg up. Stretch through the heel, flexing the foot. Yes, Miss Nika. Good. If you tried that quad stretch on the other side, give it a whirl. Finding the foot, perhaps this side is a little tighter than the other, or vice versa. Beautiful, Jana. Straighten the leg out. Set the foot down, arms come up. Gently find the floor, pivot around in your own special way, and step back to a down dog. See how the down dog feels now. If you'd like, walk your dog for a moment, bending one knee, straightening the other. Gently look forward and step lightly to the top of the mat. Feet meet the hands. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins. Press your sitting bones back, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, belly in as you fold. Hands to hips, elbows to sky. Gentle bend in the knees, look at your chest. Press into the feet to lift up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, arms float to the side. Samasthiti. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A as you inhale. Float the arms forward and up. Exhale, belly in as we take the bow. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins, fingers to floor. Exhale, palms down, step to plank. Pull your belly in, press through the hands, shimmy the feet back perhaps a little. Now drop your knees to the mat. Press the elbows back and push up to the floor. Release down to the belly, uncurl your toes. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. If Chaturanga Dandasana is unavailable to you, you're still developing your strength and the awareness on how to hug in, to hover in that position, I'd like to ask you to bring your knees to the mat and enjoy your practice from that position. So anytime you hear me say Chaturanga, that can be your pose. Looking forward, we'll find our way to the top of the mat. If you're ready to hop, go for it. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach forward and up with strong legs. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, take a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down. Step to your plank. Pull the belly in to lengthen the tailbone towards your heels. You may lower the knees or lower and hover, pause. Pull your belly in. Try and fill out the waistline. Now inhale up, upward facing. Exhale into downward facing. Gorgeous. Five long, smooth breaths here, knowing that down dog or child's pose is always available to you. Honor your body, and if you start to feel as if you're losing the connection to the breath, give yourself permission to take a rest, to reconnect, then rejoin the practice. Looking forward, step, hop, float to the top. Halfway lift at the top. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plank. Send the heels straight back. Pull the belly in. Lengthen your tail down. Exhale, hover, Chaturanga. Pull the belly in. Knit those ribs in. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale forward into plank. Replace your elbows where your hands are, right elbow down, left elbow down. If you're like me, my butt feels pretty high up in the air, so I'm going to shimmy my toes back till my hips are in line with my shoulders. Press through the heels, pull your belly in. Now find your hands and forearms. Press the elbows down, press the wrists down, the fingers, gently leaning towards the palms of the hands. Good. Take another breath here. Now keep your right forearm where it is. Roll to the right side of your right foot. Left foot stacks on top. Come up to the left fingers, just like that. Yes. If you feel grounded here and you feel like you can press into your right forearm, into your hand, then you may lift the left fingers. If the connection of the forearm feels a little precarious, leave the left fingers down and start to just lightly lift them up and tap the floor if needed. Work the balance, work the shoulder strength. Good, nice, Debbie. Left forearm comes down, roll to your forearm plank. Poor Debbie is in my line of sight a lot. So I'm gonna roll over here and look at Nika. Roll onto the left foot, come up onto those right fingertips. Press into the left forearm, make the arm longer. Hold this shape. If bringing the hand to your hip is accessible, go for it, rock it out. If you would like to just leave the fingers there and tap the floor, that's a great stepping stone. Right forearm down, hips down, Sphinx pose, your resting pose. Forearms engage into the ground, roll the kneecaps in to point straight to the floor, press into the toes, lift your sternum up, your belly up. Pull your chest forward, create length in that low back. Exhale, make a pillow with the hands, rest for a moment. Yogi's choice, hands set next to the ribs, inhale up cobra or into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, look forward, find your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, nice hop. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms come down. Feet hip distance. Inhale, Utkatasana. Arms come on up overhead. Pull your belly in. Point your tailbone to the floor. Lift your chest straight up. Then through the arms. Exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, palms down, left foot back. Bring the knee down, low lunge. Arms overhead. Pull the right hip back, sink into the left knee. Good. Oh, I like your shirt. Right hand comes around the waist. Left fingers turn down and palm forward. Gently try and pull the wrist back. Inhale, arms overhead. Curl your left toes under, press into the feet, lift your left knee up, transitioning to high lunge. Pull the chest back, press the right knee forward, lift the left thigh. Hands in front of your heart. Twist to the right, lean forward, hook the left elbow outside right thigh. Rather than keeping your chest resting on the thigh, lift your chest away from the thigh and twist to the right. Nice. Soften through the shoulders, relax them down. Excellent. Inhale, back up to high lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step back, take a vinyasa, or go straight to down dog, knowing that's always an option for you. As you feel ready, send the left foot forward. The right knee comes to the mat. Into that low lunge first. Arms overhead. Left hand comes around to the right side of the waist. Right fingers face down, palm forward. Gently press those fingers back. Stretch through the left thumb. Inhale, lift your arms. Curl the right toes under, press into the feet, lift the right knee. Think about that right thigh lifting, pressing the left knee forward, chest back. Hands in front of your heart. Twist your chest, keep it lifted, then lean and hook. Nice, Bob. Lift your torso away from the thigh. Try to get that left knee over your ankle, Miss Debbie. Your left knee over your ankle. There, that shorter stance might help you. There you go, lady. Inhale, back up, high lunge. Exhale, hands down, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Sukhasana. Exhale up to stand, arms float to the sides. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, half chair. Send your hips back. Stretch forward through the chest. Allow the ribs to stretch forward. Pull the belly in. Look at your toes. Lean forward. Pick up the heels. Heels set down. Lift your chest chair. Exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step the left foot back. Come into that high lunge we were in previously. Arms come overhead. High on the left tippy toe. Lift that left thigh. Press the right knee forward. Hands in front of the heart. Return to your twist. To the right. Lean, then hook. Lift your chest. Pull the right hip back. Right knee forward. Good. Lift your left thigh, Miss Nika. Oh, that's it. Inhale up to high lunge. Lean forward at that right hip. Step the left foot in and float it up. Vira 3. Press down into the right foot. Pull the right hip back. Stretch through the left foot and forward with the arms. Be long here. Send the left foot back. High lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Yogi's choice. Vinyasa or dog. Left foot steps forward. Come into your high lunge, other side. Take your time. Left hip pulls back. Right thigh away from the floor. Keep the legs strong and active. Hands in front of your heart. Lift the chest to twist. Lean and hook. Pull the right side of the ribs up away from the thigh. Good. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, gently lean forward at that left hip. Step the right foot in and then float it up. Push down into the left leg. Feel the energy of the leg down into the floor. Reach out in all directions through the hands and through the foot. Little bend in the left knee. Set it down. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, half chair. Butt back in line with the knees. Pull your chest forward. Look at your toes. Pick up the heels. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Press into the toes. Set the heels down. Chair pose. Exhale up to stand. Arms to your sides. Oh, who came up with this? Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step the left foot back. High lunge. Beautiful. Left arm forward, right arm stretches back into an open twist. Press the right knee forward, lift the left thigh. Good. Left hand floats to the floor inside the right foot, right arm stretches up. Palm faces the same direction as your face. Roll to the knife edge of your left foot, the pinky toe side. Wiggle the right foot to the middle of your mat. Lift your hips. Push out of that left shoulder. You may stay here, or right foot stacks on top of left, Vashisthasana. Mika, have you been doing yoga this whole year? Holy smokes, girls, it's showing. Right hand down, Vinyasa. Strong Chaturangas. Lovely, juicy back bends. Susan hates the word juicy. So I threw that in there for her. Left foot forward, high lunge. Beautiful. Right arm forward, left arm back. Good, move slow, find your feet. Press down to that left big toe. The feet moving here means they're learning to work. So give them the chance to do that. Right hand to the floor, lift the left arm up. Stay wherever is best for you as you roll to the right side of your right foot. Then take the left foot to the middle of the mat. Good. Left foot goes on top of right. Vashisthasana. I love it. Left hand down. This time, oh yeah, take a vinyasa and meet me in down dog. We love down dog. Move forward to plank. Come down to the bellies. Chin to the floor, arms to the sides. In my Thursday class, we use Shalambhasana to find length in our back bends. Today, we're going to find length in our inversions. So, chin to the floor, feet together, pinky toes down to the mat. As you inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest forward rather than up. Keep the fingers on the mat and slide them towards your toes. Keep the legs together, lift the legs up and back. Stretch through the toes, stretch through the crown of the head. Pull your belly in. Feel stretch in the low back. Feel it getting stronger as you work the muscles there. Chin is slightly down to keep the back of the neck long. For the last breath, lift the thighs. Keep them there, hands next to the ribs. Press the elbows back, heart forward. Stretch the head forward, the toes back. Let the legs shake. Breathe into it. Exhale, release down. Come into a Sphinx pose. Elbows slightly forward. Oh, I'm going to shimmy back. Okay. Press down into the forearms. Press your hands forward and down into the floor. Make your forearms super long and your fingers engaged into the mat. Lift your chest straight up, belly in. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips so you're in a forearm plank. Pull the belly in. Fire up the forearms. Allow the shoulders to lengthen. Start to lift the hips. Coming into a dolphin pose, walk the feet in a comfortable distance. Don't be super ambitious here. Press your chest through your arms. Look at your feet. Press down into the forearms and into the fingers. Allow the heels to sink to the floor. Slowly walk your feet back. Come up to the hands. Exhale, downward dog. Take a round of breath here. As you're ready, look forward. Find your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms come down. Bring your feet together. As you inhale, lift up onto the tippy toes, lift the heels up, squeeze the legs together. You can keep your hands down in front of your heart. You can lift the arms, entirely up to you. Lift your chest up to your chin, pull the chest between the arms. As you exhale, send your hips back, passing through that chair pose and come all the way down into a squat. Squeeze the legs together, lift your chest. Feel space between the belly and the thighs. Slowly lower to the heels and onto your butt. Rock back if you need to. Your butt will catch you. Boat pose. Lift the toes in line with the eyes and stretch the legs forward and away from you. You can always have your hands behind the hamstrings, lifting your chest powerfully up. Straightening the legs really is only if it feels time. Plant your feet down, hip distance. Take your fingers about 6 to 10 inches behind your waist. Fingers turn in. Lift your hips. Drop the head back if it's okay in the neck. Pull the belly in. Send your thighs forward and pull your chest to your chin. As you exhale, lower your tailbone down. Inhale, boat pose, Amy. See if you can lift the chest up higher, bend your knees, hands behind your hamstrings, and lift the chest. That's it, Nika. That's your boat pose, girl. Hands behind you, plant the feet, hip distance. Lift your hips, drop your head back. Stay here or send the right foot forward, heel down. The left foot forward, touching the right. Draw your toes to your face and lift your hips. Push out of the shoulders. Isn't this horrible? Exhale, hips down. Lift. One more, boat pose. I do love my boat pose. We have option 1. We have option 2 of reverse table. We'll take one more position here if you'd like to. Lift up when you're ready. If you'd like to, extend the legs, straighten them out. This time, point your toes forward, lift your hips, and send your feet flat to the floor. Squeeze the legs, press the thighs forward, pull the chest to the chin. Exhale, lower your hips down. Plant your feet, hands behind your hammies, roll to your back, and rock it out a few times. Roll the length of your spine. Start to get some momentum and see if you can come up to stand. No hands, or always option, use your hands, right? That's why they're there. Come forward to the top of your mat. Woo. As you inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take a bow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, palms down, step back, take a vinyasa or go to dog. Our peak pose today, I learned, you get to learn how to do, by Jenna, if you do Chaturanga really well. So if you want to learn these poses today, you have to learn Chaturanga. Right foot forward, warrior 2. Left heel spins in. You can have your foot parallel or turn the toes gently in to point the same direction as your knee and hip, regardless of where it's pointing. Pull the right hip back, stretch through the fingers. Look at your chest and turn it more to the left long side of the mat. Maybe look at your left hand and see if it's in line with your shoulder. Then turn the gaze forward to the right finger. Awesome. Inhale, flip your right palm. Exhale into reverse warrior, left hand to your hip. Keep the bend in the knee for one more breath. Now as you exhale, straighten the leg, keep stretching back. Inhale, arms out into a T. Reach forward, create a lot of length in that right side body, then set the hand down to the shin, to a block, or to the floor. You're always welcome to step the left foot in and shorten your stance. Left arm goes up. Lengthen your chest forward. Then gently rotate the right side of the ribs more to your left. Nice, Mr. Scott. Ooh, I love it. You grab the block, Bob. Left hand to your hip. Look down at your right foot. Bend the knee. Take the right hand forward. Maybe bring your block with you as you lift the left leg up for half moon. Press the left heel back. Press down into that right foot. Good. Look at the floor, Debbie, so it'll keep you balanced. You'll feel so much better if you just stare at the ground. Little bend in the right knee, return to triangle, set the foot down, inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, bend your right knee, step back to plank. Find Chaturanga or find your breath in your down dog. Same other side, spin that right foot in as you pull the left foot forward, returning to warrior 2. Beautiful, now I can see ladies over here. Press down into the outer edge of that right pinky toe. Press the left knee forward, split the legs apart. Left knee draws out over that second toe. Look at your chest, turn it more to the right side of your mat. Nice. Very good, Miss Amy. Both Amy's. Flip your left palm, reverse. Straighten the left leg, stretch back with the left arm. Bring the arms into a T. Reach forward, lengthen the left side, then set the hand down. Press down into the left big toe. Draw the right arm straight up over the shoulder, resisting the urge to throw it back. Nice. Press your left hip back more towards the right heel. Point your sitting bone to your left heel. Yes, Mika. Right hand to your hip, look down, look forward, step the right foot in. The left hand forward, lift the right leg powerfully up. Press down into the left foot. If you want to maintain a little more of the balance, quiet the mind here, stare at the floor, find your gaze, find your drishti, and just be honest with yourself, work with the posture to the best of your ability. Know it's okay if the foot lowers. You're still a very good person. Little bend in the left knee, find triangle pose. Exhale, hand down, step back to plank. Take a vinyasa. Inhale forward back to plank. Exhale down to the belly. Hooray. Chin to the floor. Bring your legs together. Interlace your hands behind your back. Allow the knuckles to press into the low back. Head of the shoulders drop down. Keep them gently down towards the floor and then suck the shoulders down away from the ears. Maintain that. Reach the knuckles back towards your legs. Make your arms straight and long. Lift your chest forward a couple of inches off the floor. Lift the legs and stretch them back. Pull the belly button up and stretch through the arms. Release everything down. Rest for a moment. Groovy. Sphinx pose. Elbows come out in front. Forearms to the floor, hands down into the floor. Find your hands. Make them work more here than you've ever had your arms and hands work. Curl your toes under, lift your hips. Walk your feet in. Dolphins pose. Press into the forearms, into the hands. Push your chest through the arms. Try and bring your chest to the thighs. Yes, Mika. I know, don't you hate that I'm looking at you? Now look forward towards your hands. Lean your chin towards your thumbs. Lean your chest forward. Now push your chest through all the way to the thighs. Let's do that 2 more times. Lean forward and then all the way back. Push your chest deeper through. 1 more time. Lean forward and then all the way through. Those are called dolphin push-ups. Walk your feet back. Forearm plank. Up to the hands. Downward dog. I timed this beautifully. Child's pose. I know. It's wonderful. Use the sweat, Scott. Right? Oh. New Mandukas, they're nice, they're shiny, they're new, but they take a little while to break them in. What it just means is we have to use our hands more. Come on up to the knees, make your way back to downward dog. We have fun to do. Send the right foot forward between the hands, left toes curl under. So you're in a runner's lunge with the left knee lifted. Pull the chest through, press your booties back, but pull the belly button in. Look down, step the left foot in a foot, send the left palm forward or up to the fingertips. Right hand to your hip, lift the left leg powerfully up, keeping the hip, the leg parallel to the floor. Turn your chest to your right, lift the right arm up. I actually really like to have my left palm flat on the mat here or on a block. Ooh, blocks are our friends. Good. Really stretch back through that left foot. Pull the chest forward. Create length. Be nice to yourself in this pose. Know it's a lot of work for everybody. Right hand to the floor. Little bend in the right knee. Set your left foot down 2 feet behind the right. Frame your right foot with your hands, both legs straight. Pull the right hip back. Left palm to the floor inside the right foot. Right hand to your hip. Press your left hip back. Stretch your right arm up. Pull your chest forward. Move your left hip back, your right hip back. Draw your right arm up over that shoulder, Miss Amy. Other Amy. Right hand down, bend your right knee, step back, take a vinyasa or go to dog. Left foot travels forward. Take your time finding your runner's lunge stance. Press down into the left heel, stretch the right heel back. Pull your chest forward. Find that locust pose quality here where you're really lengthening everything forward away from the hips. Now send the right foot in. Right hand sends forward under your shoulder as you lift the right leg up, left hand to hip. Twist your chest. Pull the chest forward. Reach through the heel of the right leg. Then maybe lift the left arm. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Debbie, this is your pose, girl. Left hand down. Look back, set your right foot 2 feet behind the left. Fingers walk in towards the left foot. Set your right hand down inside the left foot. Left hand to hip. Twist your heart open. Right hip presses back as you lift the left arm. Keep your chest working away, chin out of the chest. Nice, Bob. It's really good. I know you can't talk in this pose. It's okay. Left hand down, step back, vinyasa. Move forward to plank. Come down to the belly. Shalambhasana. Hooray. This time, Parsva Shalambhasana. So, we will interlace our hands behind the back, feet, legs zip up together, pinky toes towards the floor. Let the head of the shoulders dip forward and then pull them down away from the ears. Stretch the arms back toward your feet. Lift your chest, lift your feet. Now, dip gently over toward your left side. Feel your weight go to the left hip. Look up over your right shoulder. Ooh, and stretch your arms back. Feels kind of good, right? Ooh, Jenna's really good at this. We should have you on camera, girl. Come back to center. Then gently shift your weight to the right. Ooh, this side is a lot harder for me. And look over your left shoulder. Wow, my left side does not want to do this. And come back to center. Exhale down. Oh. Sphinx pose. You've been paying attention. You should know what comes next. Find your forearms. Press everything down. Pull the belly in. Draw that belly back and lift your chest forward through the arms. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips. No. Walk your feet in. Lift your hips. Don't go in crazy with those feet. Push your chest through the arms. Keep the connection of the arms into the floor. Look forward towards your hands. Keep your chest through the arms. Lift your right leg, but keep it in line with your right hip or even down below the right hip. Press back through the heel or point your toe. Inhale, lift up onto the left tippy toe. Push your chest through the arms. Exhale, heel down, foot down. Look forward towards your hands. Lift your leg. Keep the leg in line with the hip. You can press through the heel or point your foot. Chest goes through the arms. Lift up onto the right toe, but don't let your chest come forward. Left foot down. Walk it back. Up to the hands. into dog. Ugh. Groovy. Look forward, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, exhale, fold, all the way up, and hands come down. Okay, grab your blocks, set your blocks just towards the top of your mat, like so. Then come forward, mountain pose. Remember, if you want the fans, just ask. Otherwise, they're not going on. Okay, inhale, lift your arms up. Lift up onto the tippy toes. Bring the feet together if need be. I like them with the feet together, actually. Then send your hips back. Find your squat. Work your way all the way down into the squat. I know. Send the heels down, your butt down. Boat pose. Boat pose is good for Julie, who's in the virtual class. And then slowly come down to a seat, sit up nice and tall. Okay, L sits. So my blocks come here. This is all about your core, all right? So my blocks are next to my hips. You are going to have your legs out in front of you. This, you want to draw your toes to feel the energy of the legs, really work up into the body. Pull your belly back, ribs lift. My hands settle onto my blocks. Gently lean your chest forward, pull the belly in. Now, straighten the arms as you push into the hands, lift your hips up off the floor. Nice, Amy. Amy looks super hesitant. Now, if you feel like, okay, this is cool, pull your feet back along your mat and lift your legs up off the floor. You can't do it if you're laughing. Yes, Amy. And you giggled at me. Nice. Jenna. I have missed you. Okay. Sorry, I'm super excited about everyone that's in this room today. Okay. Hands back on your blocks. Let's try it again. Haven't seen like you in a year. I haven't seen those two in like 4 months. So, okay. Ooh, you in a year too. I know, I hate COVID. Okay. So hands on your blocks. All right, I'm going to pull my belly in, lean forward to bring the legs and chest a little closer together. Try and keep that as you straighten the arms and lift your butt up and back. Now lift the feet by zipping. Yes. Yes, Jenna. And butt goes down. That was really good. They don't believe me. Set your blocks off to the side. Let's swing the feet to one side and step back to downward facing dog. Time is it? Groovy. Take the right foot forward, come into warrior two. Inhale, arms up and out. Breath here. As you exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, reach forward through the right hand. Exhale, hand down, triangle pose. Left hand to hip, look forward, step into the half moon. Right hand down into position. Lift the left leg up, lift the left arm up. Left hand down, standing split, square the hips, drop the chest down the right leg. Inhale up onto the fingertips. Left hand sets for revolved half moon, right hand to hip. Twist your chest, reach the right arm up. Good. Right hand down, left foot into revolved triangle, that shortened stance. Left hand inside right foot, right arm stretches up. Right hand down, step back. Take what might very well be the last Chaturanga of the morning. I know, nobody believes me. It's okay. Left foot forward, warrior two. Excuse me. Straighten the left leg. Reach forward, triangle pose. hand to hip, step into your half moon, take your time getting there. Right hand down, standing splits. Onto the fingertips. Right hand finds its place for revolved half moon. Left hand to hip, twist the chest. Lift that right leg. It's good that the leg is working. You got this, girl. Set the right foot down, revolve triangle. There you go. Hand comes down and step back, down dog, so I'm not a liar. Awesome. Bring your knees down, sit on your feet. Okay, Mayurasana, the Peacock Pose. So this is one that if Chaturanga is what you are working towards, I would actually like to invite you to work there, okay? So you may use your blocks. I'm gonna face the side for them. I'm gonna have my blocks. I made Janet do this yesterday. Like so they're just facing each other. If I'm on my mat this way, and they're gonna go under your pelvis. So I'm gonna have my blocks here, my hands come forward, and I'm going to lower my hips down onto the blocks. Now I'm gonna push into my toes, stretch my heels back, pull my belly in to lengthen my tail back towards my feet, all right? And hold for like 5 breaths. All right, that is more than enough work if Chaturanga is what we're working on. For those of you who would like to go a little bit into the arm balancing world, well, Chaturanga is also an arm balance, I will work on Peacock. This pose, girls, gather and collect, okay? So my fingers turn around. The closer your hands are together, the harder this is. So I prefer to have my wrists about rib cage distance. All right, I'm going to bend my elbows back. Let me gather and collect, then bend my elbows back. I'm gonna bring my elbows deep into my belly, stretch my feet back, pull my chest through like Shalambhasana, lean forward, pick my feet up together, okay? Peacock. It's locust pose on your arms. So create length as you pull your chest forward. Even if you're in Chaturanga, you have to be long here, right? Let's try. So if you have not done this before, bring your feet together, knees as wide as your mat. Gather and collect. Boys, you can gather and collect too so you don't feel left out. Bring your elbows into your belly. Fingers turn around. Bring your hands as close to as you'd like. You may also set up for Chaturanga if I'm just cueing this, okay? So my hands come this way. I will bring my chest down, put the weight into my hands, step one foot back, step the other foot back. Lean forward, pull my chest through and up, feet up together, don't hop. It's awful. It took me 6 years to do this pose. It did. It took me 6 years to do that pose. So if it doesn't happen, give yourself 6 years. I know, it sucks, but it's true. Lift your chest a little bit, Miss Amy. Now lower your chest down so it's in line with your hips. That's it. Hold it right there. Pull your belly in, fill out that low back. Point your booty towards your feet. Yes, now hug your elbows in. Good. Don't underestimate a good Chaturanga. It can work the entire body. Hey, Bob, if your wrist's bothering you, doggy paddle. I like the doggy paddle. That's good, Nika. That looks good. It's hard, right? It is, it's hard. So if you have tried your peacock, it doesn't take too long. We will now move to a wall space, all right? So let's bring our mats to the wall. Oh, I'm so excited we have time. Okay. Peacock never takes long because it's one of those poses where people look at me and go, I'm not doing that. It's true. Whenever Jim, the old owner here, would be like, peacock, I'd look at him and I'm like, he'd be very proud that I can do it today. All right, so we're going to do dolphin at the wall, all right? And my hands are gonna be flat up against the baseboard like this, okay? So you're all not gonna be able to see me too well because I wanna be able to demo it here. So just try and follow along. My elbows have to come in under my shoulders. My palms are pressing into the baseboard. I'm gonna lift my hips I'm going to push into the wall to move my chest back between the arms. Thinking about hugging the elbows in to externally rotate the shoulders. Push your chest through. Walk the feet in maybe. You can press your chest through here. If you'd like, lift up onto the toes. Challenge yourself. Don't bring your chest forward. Push it through. Then settle the heels down. Pull the chest forward. Push it through. Your arms should feel like they're a mile long when you're doing this, okay? It feels good. Let's try it. I know. No one likes it. This is why we don't do dolphin classes very often. So it's true. Challenge yourself. Keep the elbows in. That is really what we have to learn how to do. I am terrible at it. So, and unfortunately, it is more challenging for us ladies because we don't use our big, beautiful lats as often as the gentlemen do, right? Because they do lots of pull-up-y things in their life. So, I know I'm being very sexist, I'm not intending to be, but palms into the baseboards, right? Feel that leverage. Now push your chest through, walk your feet through. You want to get that gorgeous stretch around the head of the shoulders. Pull the elbows through. Bring your chin out of your chest and move your ribs to your thighs. Amy, that's gorgeous. Moosh. Should I just call you Moosh when Amy Smith is here? Okay, and then lower your knees down and take a rest. Her daughter, Marissa, comes to the studio and she calls Amy Moosh. That's why I called her that. So, what? Timmy will. Ashley will. Janet will. All right, so now I'm going to show you my new fun little thing. I would like to invite you, if you feel like Chaturanga, if you want to work on Peacock, if you want to work on Dolphin at the wall, you are welcome to do those things. Now, I'm going to take my blocks, I'm going to stack them on top of each other. All right, I'm going to take my blocks about here, bring my feet around my blocks so my calves are attaching to the blocks. See if I can even do this for you guys today. Okay, my elbows go under my shoulders. I'm going to press down through my arms. See if I align correctly. Feet to the center of your blocks. We always think about how do we get our hips up over our shoulders here, right? Well, this is how you can start. My chest goes through, my legs I can lift, but push your chest through as you lift up onto the tippy toes. Now I can lift one leg, I can look forward, I can lean forward and maybe pick it up. Oh, I actually did it. I'm so excited. This is very difficult. Timmy, you're gonna love it. Okay. It's fun. So what I want you to get used to is using your arms and pushing your chest that way. Do you have to lift a leg? No. Do you have to lift a leg in a month? No. You can do it in 5 years. It's fine. It's entirely up to you. I want you to get used to lifting the hips over your shoulders and forcing your chest back towards the legs. All right? It is your shoulder strength for the day. This is going to be so good for you. That is another option. You may go back to hands to the wall and try that again and lift the leg. But I'm going to tell you, don't kick up. I want you to get your chest through and lift the leg. This is an activity to teach us not to kick. Know what I mean? Nice, Bob. If you want to try with the blocks, it's fun, I swear. You don't have to try and lift up. Yeah, so you do have to kind of figure out where to align yourself, right? Really think about where to put the blocks, probably 2/3 of the way back onto your mat. Then your shins go around the first or the bottom block, arms come down. Good. Now lift your knees, toes onto the center of your blocks. All right, especially if you have squishy blocks. Really in the center, yes. Now push your forearms down, move your chest towards the legs. Lift your hips, but don't let your chest go with the hips. Push your chest to the thighs, Mika. It is, isn't it? I know. But this is a good activity. If you do lift a leg, you're going to lean forward with the shoulders. Dip into it. Okay? Try it. Push your chest through, Amy. Yes. Keep your chest there. Now lean onto the tippy toes. Yes, now push your chest to the legs. And lift a leg. Or come down. Here, you want to use mine? Use each. The squishy blocks are not your friends with this. The cork blocks are much better. Nice, Amy. How's that feel, girl? It's a lot of shoulders. Nice, Jenna. Bring your blocks in a little bit closer. Try one more time. Ashley, Timmy, Janet, Paula, anyone who comes to my Sunday morning class, you can expect to see this tomorrow. It's fun. Don't tell Carlo, Julie. He's probably already seeing what she's doing anyway. Good, now lift your hips. Keep your hips up high. And bring your blocks in closer. Last little minute here. Nice, Scott. Do you feel how high your hips are there, sir? Do you feel that? Oh my God, are you kidding? Do you want me to take a picture? Okay. Scott and I work privately together, and I'm constantly just taking pictures of him. So now lift your butt. This can be your homework. Don't be discouraged if you couldn't go up into Pincha Mayurasana. That's not the goal. The goal is to develop good technique. Find your shoulder strength. Learn how to move the chest, how to lift onto the tippy toes. And if you keep going with steady contentment, with compassion, it might happen one day. It took me 8 years to lift into that. Okay? When you're ready, come to a seat. I know, aren't I just really nice? But it's true, right? That's not, the goal is not to pop into the pose today. The goal is to pop into it when it's the right time. So isn't that lovely? Amy really likes the dolphin with the hands this way. Do that for a really long time. It is a great way to train the shoulders. Doesn't that feel nice? All right, draw your toes to your face. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. Find your position with the hands, whatever that means. Keep the legs pressing down into the floor. Draw the chest forward. Walk your hands up the legs. Grab a block if you need one. I'm going to grab a block. Oh, good girl. Take your block under your right butt cheek. Lift your butt up onto the block. Left foot comes around. If half hero is comfortable for you without a block, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, you may join me here. Left knee is parallel to the top of your mat. Lift your arms, fold forward. Press your left hip back and down. Draw the chest forward towards the toes. Excellent. Amy, is that okay, or do you want to bring your foot forward like tree? There you go, girl. Yeah, right. You don't need a block for that. Lift your chest. Take your right foot into the inner left thigh, or take the right foot up, point your toe, draw the right sitting bone forward to set the foot into the crease of the left hip. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. Can you pull that right hip forward as much as you can? No? Then bring your foot down here. We'll work on that, okay? Right hand comes around the waist into that half bind. You may or may not find your toes. Left hand to your right knee. Point your toes, Nika. Point your left toes towards your fingers. Your right toes, oh Lord. Your right toes up towards your fingers. So like, there, you got your toes. Yes. Slowly unwind yourself. Right leg goes forward. Shift your weight to the right. Left leg comes around. Gently come off of the block. The block goes under your left butt. Is this okay for you, Debbie? Okay, then for you, sit down, do what Miss Amy was doing, take your foot here. Is that okay? Okay, cool. That's okay? You stay right there then. Reach forward when you're ready. Good. Slowly lift yourself up. Find your position. So if you can't do either of those, sit like a side seat, like this, and you can do the same twist, okay? Now, if you are in the half hero shape, foot into the thigh or into the crease of the hip. Right hand to left knee, left hand around your waist. Nice. Feel better? Sorry I didn't get you on the other side. Slowly unwind. Left leg comes forward, shift to the left, bring the right leg forward, come down to a seat. Slowly make your way onto your backs. Knees into the chest. When you get there, give yourself a hug. Rock gently right and left. Arms into a T or cactus shape. Drop your knees over to the right. Inhale, lift the legs. Take the legs to the left. Inhale, knees to chest. And exhale, take the legs out long. If there's one more posture you'd like to give yourself this morning, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, let's work towards Shavasana. Feeling the legs long, feet rolling out to the sides. Shoulder blades flat on the earth. Allow the breath to go smooth, silent, and soft. Give yourself these couple of minutes to rest, to restore, and surrender to Shavasana. Contentment, or Santosha, is the second of 5 niyamas in yoga philosophy, and is all about being present, grateful, and content with all that is in life. It is the opposite of feeling that you constantly need to gain or become more than what the present moment is, and to create a greater sense of gratification. When we let go of the constant need to become, we can more easily just be. Begin to deepen your breath, wiggling the fingers and the toes. As you feel ready, guide the arms overhead. Enjoy a nice long stretch. Reach the arms away, point the toes, flex the feet. In your own time, bring the knees to the chest. Give yourself a hug, rocking right and left. Gently roll to your right side. Rest for a moment in the fetal position. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Push into the hands. Gently come up to a seated pose, sitting nice and tall. Hands in front of the heart, eyes closed. I can't thank the people in this room enough for being here with me, for being my students, for being my friends. Everyone virtually, likewise to you all. I'm eternally grateful for the time that we get to spend together. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for my friends who are all here, virtually and otherwise. I hope you had some fun and that you gave yourself permission to just explore and not put pressure on yourself to do very challenging things right away. It's not a joke when people say it's a lifelong practice. Let me turn the lights on so that my Zoom friends think I'm still here. Look, I'm back. When the lights go off, it's like I'm a ghost. Anyone have any questions? Susan, did you like how I said juicy for you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the juicy back bend. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ellie.
I knew you would. Thank you so much for being here. Jen, thanks for observing today. I hope you had some fun. Hi, Janet. How are you?
Thank you.
Good. Thank you guys
Ellie.
so much for being here. Bye, Jen.
Guys, have a great Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
You too.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Ashley. See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
guys.
Yay.
I will probably